I just found out my grandfather was a millionaire and didn't even know it. No, seriously, listen to this. He made $12,000 a year in 1955, pumping gas. And he bought a house, a full house, 3 bedrooms, white picket fence, the whole American dream package. You know what that house cost him? $11,000. $11,000. He paid it off in like 8 years while my grandma stayed home with 4 kids baking casseroles and watching soap operas. Meanwhile, I'm over here with 2 college degrees, a certification I paid $3,000 for, working 60 hours a week, and I just spent $9 on a dozen eggs. $9 for eggs. Do you understand what I'm saying? My grandfather bought a house for the price of a used Honda Civic today. And I'm out here doing mental math in the grocery store aisle, trying to figure out if I can afford pasta and sauce this week. This isn't normal. This is theft. Let me paint you the full picture of Grandpa's life, because this is where it gets disgusting. He's 23 years old, works at a Texaco, comes home at 5 p.m. every single day. Every single day. No emails, no Slack messages, no boss texting him at 9 p.m. asking about a report. He eats dinner with his family, actual dinner, at a table, with cloth napkins. His wife doesn't work, doesn't need to. They're not rich. They're not struggling. They're just fine, comfortable, normal. He's got a car, paid in full, a TV, a radio, a lawnmower he actually owns. He retires at 60 with a pension. A pension. You know what that is? It's free money forever just for showing up to work for 30 years. He dies at 82 with a paid-off house, money in the bank, and 0 debt. 0 debt. Now let's talk about you. You, the modern bull, the hustler, the grinder, the build your empire generation. You went to college. You were told that's the move, right? That's the golden ticket. So you did it. You got the degree. Actually, you got 2 degrees because one wasn't enough anymore. You're 32 years old. You've got $40,000 in student debt. You work a job that requires a master's degree and pays $47,000 a year. You wake up at 6 a.m. You're on your laptop by 6:30. You work until 7 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m. Sometimes you just never stop working because the work is in your pocket on your phone. You come home to an apartment you rent. You will always rent. Because the house Grandpa bought for $11,000, that same house today costs $470,000. You'd need a down payment of almost $100,000 just to get laughed at by a realtor. Your wife works too. She has to. Because one income? That's a joke. That's poverty. You don't have kids yet because you can't afford them. You can't afford a dog. And you're supposed to retire at what? 70? 75? Maybe never? And even if you do, there's no pension. There's a 401k you contributed to that lost 30% in the last market crash and will probably lose another 30% in the next one. You're running on a treadmill that's actively speeding up while someone keeps turning up the incline. So what happened? What changed between Grandpa and you? Did you get lazy? Did your generation just suck with money? Did you buy too many lattes? No. They stole it. Let me tell you how. In 1971, something happened. The U.S. went off the gold standard. You don't need to know all the boring details, but here's what it means. Before that, a dollar was actually worth something. It was backed by gold, real stuff, physical stuff. After that, a dollar became an IOU backed by nothing, just trust. Just vibes. And when money isn't backed by anything, governments can print as much as they want. And guess what they did? They printed and printed and printed. Every time there's a war, a crisis, a pandemic, a bad Tuesday, they print more money. And every time they print more money, your money becomes worth less. Not worthless, worth less. It's like if you're playing Monopoly and you've saved up $2,000 and then the bank just announces, hey, we're adding $30 trillion more to the game. Congrats. Your $2,000 is now worth Nothing. That's inflation. That's debasement. That's the heist. They didn't rob you with a gun. They robbed you with a printer. Your grandfather's dollar in 1955 could buy a gallon of gas for 19 cents. Your dollar today? $5, and that's if you're lucky. His dollar bought a loaf of bread for 14 cents. Your dollar? $4 for bread. He made $12,000 a year and lived like a king. You make $60,000 a year and you're one car repair away from a credit card spiral. It's not you. It's the game. The system is rigged to make you poorer every single year, even if you get a raise. Because your raise is 3% and inflation is 8%, but they'll tell you it's only 2% and then charge you $9 for eggs. You're not bad with money. You're playing a game where the rules changed halfway through and nobody told you. So what do? You wake up. You stop believing the lie that working harder is the answer. You stop thinking that saving cash in a bank account is safe. It's not. It's melting like ice cream on a dashboard. You learn the game they don't teach you in school. You learn what assets are. You learn what holds value when they print another $1 trillion. You learn how the rich protect themselves from this scam. Because here's the secret. Rich people don't save money. They buy things that go up when the dollar goes down. And you can too. But first, you have to stop pretending everything is fine. Everything is not fine. Your grandpa was richer than you'll ever be, and he pumped gas for a living. Let that sink in. And then get angry. Because anger is fuel, and you're gonna need it.